MULN stock still following our implied path and looks to be following it for the next couple days as well. Let's go ahead and validate here. What is up, you guys? Thank you so much for stopping by once again on this fine Tuesday. This is ARCa coming at you with a ticker symbol MULN, technicals and raw price action thread of analysis. Before we get started, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share the video with a friend so that you and them could consider joining our trading community and Discord called ARCa. With that said, let's go ahead and dive right into the charts. Okay, so yeah, we're looking at MULN on the 12-hour chart here, and this is the implied path that we've been talking about for some time now, and this is particular to the ABCD strategy, which is a very common and very popular style for both swing traders and day traders. Okay, so it looks like we may actually still continue to the downside and fulfill that C touch potentially down to about the 24-cent area. Okay, so that is not a guarantee. I'm just saying that the price action thus far is suggesting that as such. Okay, so now let's go ahead and just move on to the next chart and see what we have. Okay, so this is particular to the ascending broadening wedge that we have been taking a look at here for some time. Okay, now I wanna be just so clear about this, okay, because that 24-cent area, 25-cent area does have some confluence with the support line of this broadening ascending wedge, okay. But usually when we're trading a broadening ascending wedge like this, test number 3 usually presents the entire realization of the formation's true nature, okay, which is usually capitulation event all the way down to potentially what could be at about 21 cents, followed by a recovery and a test of the newly converted support into now resistance, before eventually finding the entirety of the downside all the way to its playbook target at 18 cents. Okay, so what I mean by playbook target is that that's usually how this formation is traded, and I have traded this formation several times. Okay, not always does it realize on the test 3, but test 3 is usually that golden rule, okay, where it actually makes it go all the way down to the actual price target. Okay, so that is the risk that we are currently facing right now. Okay, let's go ahead and now move on to the next chart and see what we have. So this is particular to the Cryptex ARC-Series indicators. Okay, so these are indicators that can be available to you. Just go ahead and send me a DM on Twitter or on Discord or on the email that located on the about section of my YouTube here for business inquiries. Just go ahead and send me a DM, and we'll go over the subscription packages for these indicators, as they have been as Cryptex has been very nice to endorse me and to give me access to these amazing tools for trading, since they believe in me, right? So I have forward tested these. They are working very well, and I would like to present them to you for your use. Okay, just definitely know that you need a TradingView account, and that is also located in the description below, my affiliate link. Okay, definitely sign up, as it will help my trading future out. But particular to the ARC armor, this is the indicator that's actually comprised of several exponential moving averages all placed together in the chart so that we can gain this type of directional movement, okay, or directional waves. Upon getting these directional waves, we actually do get some short and long signals. Okay, so for example here, we got a long signal and actually pushed all the way up to the upside, and what you're seeing now is a short signal printed, and that short signal has not yet recovered with a long signal. Okay, so this means that the downside is actually still being suggested. Now please do note that the ARC enhanced MACD right over here that does feature Bollinger Bands has contracted the Bollinger Bands and now are starting an expansion phase, and you can actually see that the bear signal was fired a little more aggressively than the ARC armor, which was fired on January 12th. The enhanced MACD actually came out to fire that short signal on January 9th. Okay, so this is actually giving us a very aggressive sell-off point, and it did actually end up going to the downside the following days. Very interesting things here. Okay, so now both of them are actually suggesting that downside, and the enhanced MACD is suggesting that we would come back to the mean, which is actually essentially a type of mean reversion in the short term. Okay, so this is still suggesting that downside. Let's go ahead and now move on to the last part of the analysis, as it will be the RSI. Okay, so we're going to start off just like we always do in the immediate short-term time frame. We can see that the 30-minute is still suggesting some sideways trading, and actually was slightly bearish, slightly bullish, right? Let's go ahead and touch why it's slightly bearish and slightly bullish. We can see that the 14-day moving average represented by this pink line is below the RSI signal purple line, and suggesting a little bit of an upside, which is slightly bullish. The slightly bearish part of this is the fact that we are sitting in the deep areas of the bear weakness percentile, which is usually that gravitational zone, which can actually have us come right back down into the following zone, being the bear strength percentile. Okay, so now this is the bi-hourly RSI, and it's suggesting a continuation to the downside ever so slightly. So the next trading session may actually be some sideways trading, a little bit of up and down, but range trading within a small range. Okay, now the 6-hour time frame is suggesting a slightly bearish outlook. It is suggesting a little bit of an upside on the RSI signal, but remember always your position. Okay, as long as we do remain ourselves within the deep areas of the bear weakness percentile, the likelihood of being gravitated into the bear strength percentile is greater. Okay, and also the 14-day moving average just giving us a slight downside continuation, which is very much in accordance to what we're talking about regarding the sideways trading. Where we want to give this credit to is actually on the daily chart, or the daily RSI. Please know that we have now made a fresh cross below the 14-day moving average and have now broken the trend line of regression. Okay, so this is just further proof that linear regression is not actually something of current models. Okay, so the newer models in trading are actually done with non-linear regression. So in this case, you can actually see that the short term absolutely rejected that regression and is now suggesting a continuation to the downside pretty aggressively. Okay, so now let's look at the buy daily just to see what we have there. Buy daily suggesting a very possible short-term downside and continuation of it. Okay, nonetheless, it's still very aggressive towards the downside. Let's look at the 3-day. The 3-day is also suggesting that downside, and it shows that it could be very much a short-lived downside. Okay, now short-lived downside is relevant. I'm sorry, it is very is relevant here. Okay, so the reason I'm saying that is because since we are on the 3-day, the distance from the RSI signal to the 14-day moving average could very well be all the way down either to that 24-cent zone or the 18-cent zone. Okay, so now I'm not saying the 18-cent zone. Sorry, I want to say maybe more the 20-cent zone, where we can actually find support from these candle iterations back here on December 28th before a bounce, and then start to confirm our newly converted support into now a resistance before a continuation to the way down. Okay, so there is a lot of bearish action suggesting this. Okay, so definitely please to be careful with your longs. Okay, you guys. Know that I'm not a financial advisor. Take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment. I wish I would have said this in the beginning, but guys, don't fall for the scam artists in the comments. Okay, do not fall for those. I do not have a WhatsApp. I do not. I'm not actually active in anything other than YouTube, Twitter, and Discord. Okay, if you feel like you need to email me, then go ahead and do so. But I will never ask you for your account information. I will definitely not have my phone number listed on the comments below, guys. That is not me. Those are scam artists. They're trying to take your money. Be very careful. Okay. So now, I think that's it for the video, you guys. I wish you well, a very good night, and I will catch you at the bell mañana. Adios.